Hi, everybody. Merry Christmas to those who celebrate it. Um, Yesterday, my tree wasn't showing up the red in it. Now you can see it. I fluffed up the fiber optics around on it and turned it around the backside of where I had it. Seems to have, I used to put it on my kitchen countertop, so I had like one time I had a big one in the living room and a little one there. Lately, I've been just putting up the little ones, and in fact, I think I've got one I haven't even used yet. I don't know, maybe. But anyway, I think it looks better today, don't you? So, yeah. So, for all of you, and the reason I decided to do it this year was for a grandchild. But then I got uh, looking, I mean, okay, we all know that the Christian celebration, they say, is pagan. Yeah. I mean, even um, whether or not Christmas trees are, or um, a lot of people, like I shared, the information on Krampus, the German Santa that takes naughty children and puts them in a sack and then goes and eats them, you know. So there's traditions all over the world, but typically, and I know most people believe that it is not maybe the birth of Christ, because I think most of us know that, well, it's said that Jesus was born in April. So, um, so whether or not this is something everybody, yeah, I know there's going to be a little bit of interruptions. I've been around a bunch of sighing. If you've ever been around somebody, they don't even have to say anything. They're just like that type of stuff. It's like, anyway, so I'm trying to keep in my best spirits that I can. I don't care if somebody doesn't feel good or not. I've been around the elderly that are, or even really injured people that don't um take their take their bullshit on the inside and put it on others, you know. And I've been running across that lately a lot. And yeah. So anyway, I don't tolerate that. Well, but anyway. So yeah, a little bit of interruption. Just going from sighing to all jovial on the phone just because somebody calls. Well, anyway, yeah, everybody's different, right? Now I don't know too much what my topic is aside from the narcissists and Christmas time. I've had that on my mind so much because there's people like, what do you get for a gift for somebody that is never happy with anything? And people were like, nothing, nothing. And I've ran across that, especially if you're around wealthy people that would like look down on your meager gift with the lesser than attitude. It's like, why bother? If that's what it is and you really can't afford anything else, and there's a lot of young people in that situation, it's like, well, for me, I'm to the point where if I used to get like checks from my adopted mom. I just told her one day, this will probably be the last time we talk because I don't like the snotty attitude. I don't like being talked down to, and it doesn't bring me joy. Have a nice life. and no amount of money. I could get a letter in the mail and I would put return to sender at this point. So, and I wish I had done it a lot sooner. Seriously. So really nothing anybody can give me is going to they can't bribe me into spending time with them. The last I ever heard of that family that I um, took myself away from, I had a cousin want to get together with her mother and my mother, my adopted mom, for like a lunch or something. I told her no, thank you. If she wanted to come up here and visit me, fine. And I do love her mother. That's my Aunt Doreen. I really do. They lived a couple houses away from me. Um, yeah, she's a really good lady, but she isn't related to the thing that raised me. It was her sister-in-law. So yeah, different, different bloodline altogether. Well, somewhat, you know. Oops. So yeah, it's not worth it, people. If you got people in your life that are trying to bribe you to spend time with you just so they can feel better than you on that day or whatever they're doing, that's weird. I mean, I know some of you probably did like I did. I took money I could not afford to give and gave anyway. Well, that's easy to say, but when you have children and rent to pay and utilities and a vehicle to keep going and all those things, um, that shouldn't even be a thing. That should be recognized with people. So if you give a meager gift and that's all you can do, and then if you do go in debt, like I have, that's just stupid, you know, to try and what? Impress, you know? I have on my one of my ugly Christmas sweaters. I don't know if you can see the reindeer. So, yeah. Well, I have two sweaters on, a little one and a big one, but yeah. Um, I was gonna. Oh, I have on I have a pretty flashy silk suit coat. Um, I thought about wearing because it's got a lot of red in it, and I thought, no, I'll wait. I'll wait for um, New Year's. Will be a good day to wear that, I think. I've never worn it before. It's just brand new and been sitting there. So someday I thought, yeah, there's someday I'll wear it somewhere, but hmm, it's really pretty. It's got like embroidery all over it and sequins, and it's black on the inside and red, or black on the outside, red on the inside. Like I say, it's silk, so it's something else. You have to be kind of bold to wear something like that, which I am. It kind of matches my personality, like that. So, yeah, my pizza was good last night. It wasn't as good as I wanted it to be, but it was okay. We got one from this gas station in our town, Casey's, if you're familiar with it. They do make a pretty good pizza. The crust is a little thicker than what I like. I like real thin crust pizza, but it's okay, you know. Yeah. So I don't know how everybody's doing today. Um, I think sometimes I think Christmas time is just kind of sad for a lot of people. You know, it's like I didn't watch it, but uh, Professor Vaknin had a video on suicide, you know, prevention type of thing, and I did share a suicide prevention hotline a couple years ago in on Facebook with my memories, and so I shared that again today. You know, because there really is a lot of people that are pretty heartbroken this time of year. You know, and yeah, especially like when you have your own parent or parent betray you, and even like your Christmases when you were a kid weren't really happy or merry, you know, if that was the case, this could be kind of a horrible time of year. Excuse me. I mean, you can make up for it when you get older. I guess too, that's what I was thinking today. A lot of my resilience is never having people to depend on. Not that I don't want that, but it's just um, whenever somebody has done something for me, it either comes with strings attached or a negative vibration that it's like they're allotted that because they did something nice. So now I'm talking about a narcissist, or somebody that has the cluster B personalities, the dark tetrad type of personalities that don't ever do anything without a physical, verbal, or mental display of their displeasure of life itself. You know, really, really, when I hear that, I do want to go on the attack. I do want to smack people that act like that. I really do. I'd like to jack right now. But keeping composed and uh, not letting it get to the core of myself, you know, is a big deal. Like I say over and over, I refuse to let any miserable thing take my happiness away from me. You know, I've struggled really hard to remain happy in my life, and I'm not gonna allow. And you would think somebody that says they're very close to you would know your sorrows on certain days and would be careful of that. Mm, no, they're going to use that to their advantage to feel better about themselves because they are what they are. You know, if you're watching me, you know what you did. You suck. Oh, okay. Anyway, not you all. You know what I'm saying. You got people in your life that are like that. Like if you work for a boss that keeps two sets of books or something, one for the IRS and one for you. Not that I would permit anything like that without that being acknowledged and taken care of, because I do take care of things. But being in a situation where here I make all this money and it's Christmas time, here's a turkey, you know, but yet you're expected to do for that dishonesty and overlook it, you know, that type of. Yeah, scum of the earth. Isn't it interesting how if scummy type people are going to like work together against other people, and then if they're going to turn on each other, they're just as viperous, you know. There is, I saw, like you see the saying, honor amongst thieves, only up to a point, remembering that these are dishonest people, you know, and if you're dishonest from the core, there is no honor in that, you know. Now, if you're out there stealing hearts, then there's honor among thieves, you know. But anything physical, or even um, you know, emotional vampires, there's absolutely no honor in that at all. You know, that's what I live with, is an emotional vampire. He would be physical about it if he thought he could get away with it. Otherwise, because I'm talking, that's the underlying nastiness of a person's nature. I'm just not talking down on somebody that I haven't done something about this. How I feel is um totally out in the open, you know. But yeah, anyway, a lot of people are like, oh, why don't you move? Well, I do have my own part of the house. I do own the house. Why don't you move? Um, it's always the woman, well, why do you stay? Because if somebody touches me, I'm going to break their fucking bones. That's why. And you can believe what you will. Last time somebody messed with me, they fell off a ladder on their back. I didn't do anything. I wasn't the one that instigated that bad vibe, but it isn't free, you know. There's demonic type spirits within people that will eat them alive from the inside out because of the way they act. And there's some of those people that are sadistic and masochistic that actually believe they deserve that and that they're paying some kind of penance. No, you're not. You're just physical right now. Yeah, you can be hurt in the physical, so can I. How about the spiritual? What's that pain going to be like for these people that freely injure others in various ways? What's that eternity going to look like for them? You know, they're not thinking about that too much. There's some that know that they're not ascending. They're going to live their lives in misery like that over and over and over again. They're perfectly happy doing that. That's the thing, you know. You can't try and change somebody like that. Um, you can lead by example. If they don't take the lead, then, well, whatever. But I had to stop following people that aren't worthy of leading me. That's my big issue in life. It always has been. You know, some of you know I had a, and I made her do it too, but I had a second grade teacher slap me. Yes, she did. She dumped my desk out on the floor in front of the whole class. She said it wasn't clean enough. What happened really was I would take papers and fold them and put them in my pockets. And then when I go and try and stack them up in my desk, they wouldn't look as flat and organized. But this thing didn't have any clue of, like, even at that age, I had chores to do. I had things, we were working children in our lives. I mean, hard working little people. I think that's probably part of the reason why they got us, adopted us, for that reason in particular. So she had no clue of my energy level or the hell that I lived or any. She didn't care. And she got me out in the hallway and she said something to me. And I said something back to her. I can't recall right this second. And she slapped me and she lost her job for it. That's really how I operate. If somebody attacks me, you will get yours one way or another. I'll make it happen. It's not free. Even making me sadder on a day that's sad already isn't free, you know. So if you're living through something like that, it's not free. They pay for what they do. It doesn't look like it right away, but they do, you know. But don't ever let anybody get you sad enough to make you not want to be on this planet, because I really do believe that if you don't do it right and you don't have values in life that correlate with taking care of humanity, that you're going to be doing it until you get it right, you know. What I want to put a stop to is the people that control other people and mislead them and get away with it because they know their spirits aren't going to ascend. So they have think they have free reign to keep making other people's lives miserable no matter what. It just, you know. Anyway, tonight's gonna be celebrating Christmas on Lady Babylon, and might as well. It's not just a pagan holiday. When the Christians took over the pagan rituals and all the rest of it, yeah, anyway, people are going to find out someday the whole thing, and they're all related. Every single every single religion has a connection to Satanism. If you're out there and you're speaking about Jesus and everything else, that's your master. That's who you serve. That's who you pray to. When you say a prayer out loud, Satan's hearing you, you know? I know it's a hard thing to come to grips with, but, you know, then too, there is a distinction on synagogues of Satan and temples and different things. Are these people praising his power? Are they praising his ability to destroy, or the darkness of it? There's different levels on that too. And there's some people that believe, like I do, that Satan and God are the same entity, and that's how Christ returns, pissed off, you know. But, and that's just from studying my way there, not because I wanted it to be like that. I wanted everything to be sunshine and roses, but it's not. But the bottom line is, the people that know all these things, they want to take God out of the picture entirely. So you have no spiritual foundation to fall back on. And that's what I'm trying to prevent, because it is coming. If we don't get a hold of this and reclaim the texts in the scriptures and make sure that it's understandable for future generations, they're going to be tricked and they're going to be hurt, just like a lot of us have been. And we can prevent that by sharing the truth and the information for people. So there's people that they're like, they believe in Jesus, but they don't celebrate Christmas. Well, you might as well, because, yeah, anyway. So I just decided to celebrate it all. The solstice, Christmas, pagan stuff, I don't care. I really don't care. If I'm around people that hail Satan, good for them too. I don't care. You know, who are these people? Do they believe in death and, um, or I mean, cherish it and wish harm on people? And if there's no integrity or moral values or anything in a person, um, that could happen in the Catholic Church or anywhere else. Uh, But I still believe there's a deeper something going on over at Lady Babylon that people don't understand, and I think I do. And when I find out definitively, I will let you know. I haven't quite made up my mind how I feel about that. I feel that I'm never going to be a part of any club or group or anything ever again in my life. That's never went well for me. Even I was a part of oh geez, and then I can't even think of what we called ourselves. No, well, bunch of women with horses. Saddle Club. That's what we were called out in Montana. Even them, it wasn't all that it was cracked up to be. Instead of talking horses or anything else, it was more, we got together and then we would go and drink and dance, and while the old men were at home. That wasn't really something that was to my liking. So where do I go for um other women that are just talking about horses? I mean, if I'm gonna dance, I'm gonna dance, and I'll just do it and not give it. but I don't need to join some club and go out like some hose bag, you know? It's like if I wanted to dance and my spouse was there and didn't want to, I would anyway. Depending on the dance, of course, but yeah, I don't hide my true nature, but my true nature isn't to be some kind of a so, yeah. Well, I'm gonna get this uploaded. I wanted to say Merry Christmas to everybody and um hope your week ahead or the rest of this week. It seems like Sunday, doesn't it? Or at least to me it does. It's so quiet around here, but I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for joining me. Peace and love from Pine City, Minnesota, USA. Have a good night or day wherever you're at.